faster today.
No
Is it
problem.
Wednesday? It's only Wednesday, isn't it?
It's only Wednesday. Yeah. It's hard to believe. Hey guys, welcome into Jeopardy. Drop your name and your teacher in the chat so that I can get you on a team. I think most of you guys in the very beginning are going to be Miss Barrow's kiddos, but just drop your name in the chat. Let me know who you are.
We're going to get this dub this period.
We have what?
My son told me to never. We're going to get this dub. My son told me to never say that again.
That's funny.
You have no idea.
That's funny. All right, guys, drop your name in here. Let us know when you're here and your teacher's name so that I can get you on a team. Miss Barrow is ready for a win. She wants her class to win this time. Let's go. Johan's coming back for more. I see you, Johan. No cheating since you've already played.
That's right. No cheating.
All right, Walter, I got you on one of Miss Barrow's teams. You'll be on team 1. As you're coming in here, tell me your name and your teacher's name so I can get you on a team. That would have been a good idea to tell him, well, you can come back later if you want to do your study guide. You can come back and listen to a different class. Elijah, you are on team 1. And Yaslin, you are on team 1. Avery, team 1. Jared, or you're Jazir. Jazir, is that how I'm saying it right? Sorry if I mess up your name. I'll try my best. And Joel. Joel, I'm going to go ahead and put you on team 2. And Mackenzie, you'll be on team 2. All right, if you're in here, make sure and drop your name and your teacher's name. Wissam, you'll be on team 2. That way I can make sure and get you guys on a team. And we're going to get started here in a little bit as soon as we get everybody in here. If while you're waiting, what I would suggest you do is start working on your study guide. That will give you a little bit of an advantage because a lot of these questions are from your study guide. So start working on that. Get out your notes. Start reviewing while you're waiting for everybody else. Oh, Avery, I just saw you pop up. Avery, you'll be on team 2. Yeah, I can't believe it's only Wednesday. Like, this week has gone so slow. I think it's because we know we have break coming up.
Or because everything in the world is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that might have something to do with it. I was trying to be a little bit more positive, but
I know. So was I. I woke up so happy this morning, but it quickly degraded. So.
All right, guys, when you get go ahead. No. When you get in here, drop your name and your teacher's name so I can get you on a team. So far, I got Walter, Elijah, Yaslin, Avery, and Jazir. They're on team 1. Team 2 is Joel, Mackenzie, Wissam, and Avery. If I missed anybody that is here, please drop your name in the chat with your teacher's name so that I can get you signed up on a team. And while you're waiting for us to get started, work on your study guide. That will give you a little bit of an advantage because a lot of these questions are the same. All right, I got Muhammad from Miss Kindred. You'll be on team 3. Fatine, you have not said that you were here yet, so I don't have you on a team. Let me know what or who your teacher is. Blitz. Yeah, just tell me like your first name, Blitz. That's fine. Okay, so let me go back up here. We've got Catalina. You're Miss Kindred. Catalina, you're going to be on team 3. And then let me let the teachers in here. Hey guys, welcome in. Let's see, Kevin, you will be on team 3 as well. Fatine, I got you on team 3. Edgar, you'll be on team 3. And I'll try to remember your handles. Your YouTube handles, but you might have to remind me. Marilyn, you'll be on team 4. Also, the internet here at Westside has been kind of crazy today, so if it starts doing the spinning thing, I will be back. Just be patient. Alyssa, you're on team 5 for Miss Strickland. While you're waiting for me to put teams together, go ahead and start working on your study guide. That will help give you a little bit of an advantage in the game. Abdullah, you're on team 6. Idris, team 5. And Gracia, you're Miss Kindred, so you'll be on team 4.
Woo! Team Kindred, we're showing up today.
Yes.
No, we're Kindred.
Is it India Rani? How do I say that name, Miss Strickland?
She goes by Indu.
Okay, I like that. Indu. All right, Indu, you'll be on team 5. And then we have Mustafa. You'll be on team 5. Adanuk, is that how I say your name? I love these original names. They're so fun. You'll be on team 5. That's right. Absolutely, Kevin. Leave a like. I definitely like those likes. That helps out the channel for sure. Okay, guys. So what I got going right now is team 1 is Walter, Elijah, Yaslin, Avery, and Jazir. Team 2 is Joel, Mackenzie, Wissam, and Avery. Do I have 2 Averys? Maybe I accidentally doubled you up. Let me know if I have 2 Averys. Number 3 is Muhammad, Catalina, Kevin, Fatine, and Edgar. Number 4 is Jose, Marilyn, and Gracia. And number 5 is Alyssa, Idris, Indu, Mustafa, and Atinuk. Atinuk. I'm going to make sure I got that right. And I need more Mr. Boyer's kids. So far, I just have Abdullah. So if that's all I get, then Abdullah, I'll put you on somebody else's team. Tessa, let's see. We'll put you on Abdullah's team. You'll be on team 6. Thanks, Mustafa. You the best. Yes, Alex Trebek. He's the best. I thought this picture was appropriate. Like, we could, like, you know, dedicate this game to him because he's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't go to your school. Am I legal? Sure, Ocean. You can play with us. Tell us your first name. We'll throw you on a team. Who wants the refugee come into our class? All right, let's see. Joshua. Anybody here from a different school district? Yeah, well, you can play. We'll let you play.
We want them.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll take anybody here. Leah, what's up, Leah? You can be on team 6. Mustafa said team 5 rules. Mr. Boyer's class is small. Okay, no problem. No problem. All right, guys. So is there anybody on here that I have not said your name and you are not on a team? Let me know so I can get you on a team because we're going to get started here in about 30 seconds. All right. Is it Kari or Carrie, Ocean? I'll put you on team 4. They need some more people. So you can be with them. I don't know if Joe is here. I have not seen Joe or heard from Joe. I love some of these questions. That's funny. You guys crack me up. Okay. So I guess we'll get started. Oh, you're funny. I like it. You're a funny guy. You're a class clown. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. Itzel. Okay. I'll put you on team 6. You can help them out. So one more time, and then we're going to get started. Here's your teams. Team number 1 is Walter, Elijah, Yaslin, Avery, and Jazir. Number 2, Joel, Mackenzie, Wissam, and Avery. I might have 2 Averys. I'm not sure. Let me know. Maybe I doubled them up. If I don't have 2 Averys, then Avery, you can stay on team 2. I'm going to put you on team 2. Number 3 is Muhammad, Catalina, Kevin, Fatine, and Edgar. Number 4, Jose, Marilyn, Gracia, and Carrie. Number 5, Alyssa, Idris, Indu, Mustafa, and Adanuk. And number 6 is Abdullah, Tessa, Leah, and Itzel. Am I missing anyone? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, while I'm waiting for, there's only one Avery. Okay, Avery, you're going to be on team 2 because they need another person. Sarah from Miss Strickland, you'll be on team 4. So team 4 is kind of a mixed bag, but that's okay. You guys can be mixed up. Gerardo, I'm going to put you on team 6. That might be interesting when we're doing Final Jeopardy, but we'll figure it out. Jocelyn, you can be on team 4. Okay. Yeah, the internet sometimes is not the greatest, but we'll do our best, Jocelyn. Okay, so what you guys need to do is when we ask the question, you don't have to put the answer into a question like Jeopardy would be. You're just going to say the answer in the chat, all right? And sometimes the questions have 2 parts. So if you only answer one part, you can't get the full points, right? So you have to answer both parts. If, let's say, you only answer one part and nobody else gets the other part, then I'll just split the points and you'll get half the points. Okay, so team 5, Mustafa, you're the team leader for team 5. No, you're the team. No, let's see. Team 5, well, it doesn't really matter because you guys are all Miss Strickland's kids. So the ones that are kind of a mixed bag, that'll matter a little bit when we get to Final Jeopardy, but we'll get it taken care of. Okay. All right, so let's go and get started. Here is your game board. We're just going to kind of go in order for the sake of time. So the first one is main clauses for 100. What does the M in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? What does the M in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? What does the M in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? Joel says, militarism. Countries were becoming anxious and suspicious over each other. Why, Joel? Why were they becoming anxious and suspicious? How does that have to do with militarism? Militarism is correct. Yes, anyone can answer, Jocelyn. And the points go towards your team. But I need to know how militarism has to do with starting World War I. Patine says, M stands for militarism and every country having alliances using the domino effect. That's for later. Save that one for later. M stands for militarism, and it used to give a framework. Not sure what that means. Countries will start to challenge each other and flexing their military strength. Very good, Mustafa. That is the other half of it. So who said the first half? Let's see who was the first one to answer militarism. Edgar, you were the first one to answer militarism. So I'm going to give you 50 points for your team. And Mustafa, you'll get the other 50 points for your team. Yeah, so militarism is rivalry with your military, trying to build the biggest military possible to compete with all the other militaries. Leaders and heroes for 100. This person was president of the U.S. during World War I. This person was president of the U.S. during World War I. Very good. Woodrow Wilson. That goes to, who was the first one? Leah Cantu was the first one. You get the points for your team. 100 points goes to you guys. Good job, Leah. Warfare and Homefront for 100. Oh, that one doesn't work. I keep forgetting to fix that. Sorry, guys. We'll go to World War I finally ends for 100. What treaty ended World War I? What treaty ended World War I? Very good, Joel. Treaty of Versailles. Ding, 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 ding. Joel, what team are you on? You are on team 2. All right, 100 points goes to team 2. It's heating up. Treaty of Versailles is the correct answer. All right, we're going to go for World War I finally ends for 200. This should say, which country did France and Great Britain think should pay for the war? Which country did France and Great Britain want to pay for the war? Joel says Germany. Very good. Joel, you must have some really fast internet. That's amazing. All right, Joel gets those points for team 2. If you're not close to your router, I have heard that it's better to get close to your router. That helps in the game. Some of my more competitive students that played last year figured that out. So just FYI for you. All right, warfare and Homefront for 200. Why was trench warfare necessary? Make sure and explain this. Why was trench warfare necessary? Kevin, don't argue with the game master. I'm the game master. Don't argue with me. Why was trench warfare necessary? Sorry, Mustafa, you were not first on my screen. I got to go with my screen. Kevin, you got to explain that. To protect soldiers from what, Jared? Explain that a little bit more. Okay, Mustafa says trench warfare provided cover from immediate fire. Okay, I'll take that one, Mustafa. I'm really looking for, like, why was it necessary when it wasn't necessary in previous wars? Why was it necessary when it wasn't necessary in previous wars? I guess I need to edit that question and be a little bit more clear. But I'll give it to you guys, Mustafa. Why is it necessary now in this war when it wasn't in previous wars? If anybody can answer that question, I'll give you some points. Guns are more advanced. Yeah, so more advanced technology. Very good, Joel. More advanced technology, better weapons. I'll give you guys some points for that. Awesome. All right. Leaders and heroes for 200. Why is General Pershing famous? Why is General Pershing famous? He led the AEF. That's correct. Mustafa, you are the first one to answer that. So you will get 200 points for your team. I'll give you guys a point update here in just a minute. Main causes for 200. What does the A in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? What does the A in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? Yes, this is all going to be on the test. It's all on your study guide as well. Yes, Kevin, it is alliances. How does it lead to World War I? You need both parts. Good job, Fatine. It is alliances, and it is a domino effect. It leads to World War I through the domino effect. When one country joins, their alliances have to join. Awesome. Main causes for 300. What does the I in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? What does the I in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? Imperialism is correct. How does it lead to World War I? Give me a little bit more on that one, Edgar. Mustafa got it. Imperialism, gaining territory, and fighting each other for land and resources. Very good. That was 300 to Mustafa's team. Expanding and looking for resources would also be another part of that answer. Leaders and heroes for 300. Why is Sergeant Alvin York so famous? What makes him different than other sergeants who were in the Army? Why is Sergeant York so famous? What makes him stand apart? He did attack a nest of machine guns. That's true. He took an entire battalion by himself. Kevin, that's pretty good. Think about before he even joins the Army. What does he do that makes the fact that he attacked that nest of machine gun, he took an entire battalion by himself, and he did all this stuff. What makes that so amazing that he was able to do all that? I'm trying to word it differently so you guys can get to it. Well, what makes him different? Why do we talk about him? Yeah, Mustafa, he was against violence. Remember, he doesn't even want to go into the Army. He says he doesn't want to kill. But because they force him to go in, he's trying to kill the least amount of people possible. And when he takes all the prisoners and the machine guns, he's able to do that by tricking them into thinking that they have a bigger army than what they actually do. So I'm going to give some of those points to Mustafa's team and some to Jose's team because you guys were on the answer. Awesome. Oh, that was leaders in here. Okay, warfare and Homefront for 300. Name 3 World War I weapons. Name 3 new World War I weapons. Name 3 new World War I weapons. Okay, who was first? Mustafa is back in first place here with his answer: airplanes, subs, and tanks. Awesome, Mustafa. Now Mustafa's got the fast internet. He must have moved closer to his router. All right, good. Poison gas, all that stuff. New weapons. World War I finally ends for 300. Describe one effect on Germany due to the Treaty of Versailles. Describe one effect on Germany due to the Treaty of Versailles. This one should be fresh in your head because we just went over it today. Muhammad said they lost land. Yes. Edgar said they had to pay for the war. All those are true. Pay for damages. Muhammad, you are on team 3. So 300 points goes to you guys. Pay for the war, lost land. They had to have a smaller military. Unemployment, all of that. World War I ends for 400. Moving right along. Define self-determination and how it affected the world after World War I. So remember, there are 2 parts to this. Define self-determination and how it affected the world after World War I. Full independence. Jared, you got to give me some more details. Muhammad says America wanted to be isolated. So they didn't want to join the League of Nations. Okay. What is self-determination? Don't forget about that part. Mustafa says nations govern themselves based on their own beliefs. That's true. So how did it affect the world after World War I? Give me some examples. Independence. They start governing themselves. Okay, give me an example, Sarah. Good, Jackie. Give me an example. Yes, Ocean, there will be an AP World History one coming up. We're going to be doing one in December. This is still relevant to AP World, though. We'll be talking about World War I eventually. So this information will do you some good at that point. All right. So can anybody give me an example of what self-determination was? Think about the Ottoman Empire and Austria-Hungary Empire. What happens to them after World War I? Any ideas? Yeah, fragmentation. So Mustafa, why do they fragment? Why do they break up? Self-determination means they only care about domestic issues. Kind of. But basically, self-determination leads to the breakup of these huge empires because there were different ethnic groups within those empires. So, for example, Greece becomes independent. Those ethnic groups that looked at themselves as Greek, they don't want to be a part of the Ottoman Empire anymore. They want to have their own nation. They want to self-determine for themselves. So that's kind of how it affects the world after World War I. These large empires start to break up and countries become more independent to govern themselves. All right, let's go to warfare and Homefront for 400. What were Liberty bonds used for during the war? What were Liberty bonds used for during the war? To encourage enlistment, let's see. Oh, to fund the military. Okay, I got to go back up a little bit. Yeah, so Mustafa, you got that one, to fund the military. Yes. To provide money for the fighting soldiers, encourage enlistments, basically raise money for the war, finance the war. Leaders and heroes for 400. Who are the AEF and why are they important? Nina, that's a great answer. Just came in a little bit too late. Who are the AEF and why are they important? Ahmed says they were an army that served in World War I for America. That's true. American Expeditionary Forces, all that's true. So why do they stand apart from the other forces? What makes them different? They were the first what? They did, you're really close. They did help the Allied powers in World War I. They did help defeat Germany, but how are they different from the other troops? Think about America's involvement in the war. Was America always involved in the war? Were they involved from the very beginning? They were an independent army. We're getting closer. All right, so the AEF is the first foreign troops they're going over from America before America even gets involved in the war. We were just sending them over to help out. So they're different because they're not a part of, we're not a part of the war yet. Eventually we'll be a part of the war, but at the beginning when we sent them over, we were not a part of the war. All right, the main causes for 400. What does the N in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? What does the N in Maine stand for, and how does it lead to World War I? Nationalism, because people fought and joined the military for their country. Why, Kevin? Why did nationalism encourage them to fight? So I got a lot of nationalism. That's correct. But why did nationalism lead to World War I? Don't forget about that second part. Nationalism allowed for people to want to stand up and represent the power for their country. Why? The love of your country. There you go, Fatine. That's a part of it. You love your country so much that you want to fight for it. So Fatine and Kevin. Kevin got the nationalism part, so we're going to give that to you guys. All right. So here's a quick update of the score. Team 2 has 350. Team 3 has 1,000 points. Team 4 has 150. Team 5 has 1,800. And Team 6 has 100. But it's still anybody's game because we have 2,000 points still left on the board as well as Final Jeopardy. So keep trying. Main causes for 500. Describe the spark that started World War I and why it started World War I. Describe the spark that started World War I and why it started World War I. Okay, let's see who we got here. Mustafa says the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. That's correct. That's the spark. Why did it start World War I? Okay, so Fatine gets into it a little bit more. That kind of spurs on allies of the war, and the alliances start to cause them to join. And then we have the domino effect. Very good. And then all those other reasons, militarism, imperialism, nationalism, all that comes into play. But the spark is the assassination. So Mustafa, I'm going to give you half the points, and I'm going to give Fatine's team half the points, because you each got a little piece of that. All right, heroes and leaders, or leaders and heroes for 500. Why was the victory of the Battle of Argonne so important? Why was the victory of the Battle of Argonne so important? Why was the victory of the Battle of Argonne so important? I'll give you about 30 more seconds. It was the first major victory, not the first one, but it was definitely a major victory. It's the last battle of World War I. That's true. Why is it the last battle? Nina, that's correct. But did it do that? Did it turn in the favor of the Germans? Why was it decisive? Why was it, well, we know why it was the deadliest, but why was that important? Give me the details, guys. Come on. Think about how it affected Germany. What did this victory do to Germany? Germany lost its lead in the war, right? The tide turned against Germany because so many weapons were taken, so many troops were taken, so they couldn't ever come back from this. Awesome. That goes to Fateen's team. Fateen's team is catching up to you guys, Mustafa. All right, here we go with the next one. Warfare and Homefront for 500. How did life change for women and African Americans in World War? Sorry, I can't speak. How did life change for women and African Americans due to World War I? How did life change for women and African Americans due to World War I? Joe got it. They were given more rights and job opportunities. Good job, Joe. I don't know. I don't think I have you on a team, though. Who wants to adopt Joe? First team that says they want to adopt Joe, you can have him on your team. So they did get more job and more options. Women also gained the right to vote in 1920. So women's suffrage would also be right. Let me know which team would like to adopt Joe. He's ready to give you 500 points. Kevin says, oh, Kevin, you weren't the first one. Team 3 was the first one. Oh, that's Kevin's team. Okay, cool. You guys get Joe. He'll be on your team now. Joe's like the popular guy right now. All right, and then last up we have World War I ends for 500. Describe American disillusionment after World War I and why Americans felt that way. So what is American disillusionment and why did Americans feel that way? What is American disillusionment? Look at your notes today. And why did Americans feel that way? Mustafa said the Senate did not ratify the treaty because they did not want to join the League of Nations. Okay, that's one of the reasons that Americans felt that way. What is disillusionment, though? You got to get that part. Fatin said because they don't want to help the alliances if they want a war or lend money. That's true. What is disillusionment? Make sure you figure that out. Readjustment, the life after the war. Good, Gracia. That's true. Why did they feel like it was hard to readjust? Fatin said they wanted to be isolated. That's definitely a part of it. Why did they feel that way? The war was over, but the challenges still remained. Good job, Edgar. Let's see. Edgar and Fatin, you guys are on the same team, so you guys are going to get those points for your team because your answers combined were correct. So basically, this disillusionment was things didn't really work out the way they thought it was going to work out. And now they're disillusioned. Now they're, disappointed in what's going on after the war. So we had economic problems. We had racial tensions. Women's suffrage was going on. All of these problems that were going on. All right, we're moving into Final Jeopardy. Right now, we have Team 2 has 350 points. Team 3 has 2,750. You guys got some of those big boys. And Team 4 has 150. Team 5 has 2,050. And Team 6 has 100. So it's still anybody's game because of Final Jeopardy. One time I had a team that had 100 points. At the very end, they won because everybody else didn't get the answer. So you never know. The topic of the question is U.S. involvement in World War I. What's going to happen is you're going to share your wager with your teacher. Don't put it in the chat because we don't want all the groups to know what your wager is because then, it wouldn't be any kind of competition. All right. So team 2, you guys are Joel, Mackenzie, Wissam, and Avery. You're going to send Miss Barrow a direct message chat on Teams and let her know how much you guys would like to wager. If we get different numbers from you guys, we'll just kind of average it together. Okay. So Joel, Mackenzie, Wissam, and Avery, when you send that message, tell her you're on team 2 and how much you want to wager. Team 3, we have Joe, Muhammad, Catalina, Kevin, Fatine, and Edgar. I think most of you are also in Miss Barrow's class. You guys have 2,750. You can wager all of it or less than all of it. Let her know you're on team 3 when you send your wager. Team 4, I believe, is Miss Kindred's kiddos. That's Jocelyn, Jose, Marilyn, Gracia, Carrie, and Sarah. If you are in Miss Kindred's class on team 4, you're going to let her know how much you want to wager. You have 150 points. Miss Strickland's kiddos are Alyssa, Idris, Indu, Mustafa, and Adanuk. You guys are on team 5, and you have 2,050 points. Let her know you are on team 5 and how much you want to wager. And then the last team is kind of a mixed up team. Abdullah, I think you're in Mr. Boyer's, which she's not here. Itzel and Gerardo, and Tessa and Leah, are you guys in Miss Kindred's? If you're in Miss Kindred's, send her your wager, and that's team 6. And if not, then I will I'll wager for you.
Tessa, Leah,
Mr. Boyer's here. I'm sorry, Mr. Boyer. I didn't see your video down here, so I haven't even let you on here. I'm sorry. I don't know how to get to that. There it is. There's Mr. Boyer. He's been here the whole time.
Yay, included.
We're all here.
It's so exciting. So sorry. Okay, and Mr. Boyer just showed me a thing that I didn't even know existed. Over on your right-hand side is a private chat. So if you guys want to put your wagers in there, you can. So Mustafa, if you'd like to wager for your team, Mr. Boyer is here. You can send him a direct message telling him you're on team 6. And teachers, if you want to use the private chat over on the right, Mr. Boyer just taught me a new thing.
Wait, what?
Over on the right of my screen, there's a little message thing that says private chat. It might be, is it on the right of your screen, Mr. Boyer?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's on the right of your screen.
I was trying to round up some students. I only had 3 show up to live, so.
Okay, no problem.
It told me I was in a waiting room, and it just kept me there.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I saw all the teachers show up, I didn't see you because I had to scroll down. So I'm sorry. Next time, text me, but now I know that I have to scroll down when I've got more than 3 people.
No problem. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Okay, no problem. Oh, Kevin, you're in Miss Kindred's class? Oh, so sorry. You got in Miss... So sorry, Kevin.
He is. I knew he would be one of the chattier ones.
Kevin, then you can claim that you helped Miss Barrows and Miss Kindred's. You can claim both classes.
There you go.
He's trying to claim nationalism, though. He's mad at me. Mohammed, you're in Miss Kindred's class too? Oh, well, maybe this is Miss Kindred's group then. Mohammed, Catalina, Kevin, Fatine, and Edgar, are you guys all in Miss Kindred's?
Yes, we're in it to win it.
Then that's Miss Kindred's team. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, Fatine, you're on Miss Kindred's team. So team 3, you need to send Miss Kindred your wager. Sorry.
They did.
Okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, guys. I've played this game way too many times.
You've been awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. No problem. I've had a good time doing it. The kids are cracking me up. All right. So let me know, guys, when you get the wagers in, and we'll get started with the question. Okay. I got you guys. I got team 2. And I got team 6. And I got team 5. So we're just waiting on team 4 and team 3. Did you get both of those, Miss Kindred?
I have team 3. My teams is working slowly, so if they're communicating that way,
all right,
taking me a minute.
Go ahead.
All
right, go ahead and text me team 3, and then team 5. I'll just make the decision for them. And let me pull up the theme music here because we're going to need that in just a minute. So I'm going to show you the question, and what you're going to do when you have the answer is to send the answer to your teacher. Don't put it in the chat. I repeat, do not put it in the chat because you don't want the other teams to see it and then steal your answer. So don't put it in the chat. All right. Got all your wagers? Here is your question. And anybody from your team can send the answer. When you send your answer, make sure and let them know what team you're in. Okay, that way they get it to the right team. It makes it easier for us. All right, so U.S. involvement in World War I. Here's your answer. Explain 2 reasons, you need to have 2, that the U.S. joined World War I. Explain 2 reasons the U.S. joined World War I. I'm going to give you one more round. All right, teachers, just let me know if your teams have made the right answer. I've already got the wagers, so I will do the math once I find out from you if they had the right answers. Should be team 2, team 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't know what happened to team 1. They pieced out on us. Joe, that worked out because I got you on Miss Kindred's team, so that worked out. All right, Miss Kindred's giving me the thumbs up.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. I'll go ahead and add it just in case. How about your team, Mr. Boyer? Did they get it?
I received no wager nor a guess at the answer.
Okay. Team 6 is out.
Team 6 is my kiddos, but I'm
Oh, those are
still
your kids?
waiting on them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe they're not out yet then. I think there were maybe a couple of Mr. Boyers on there, but. All right, guys, get in these final answers. We're going to give you about 30 more seconds.
What do you say?
10 seconds. All right. Have you heard from team 2, Miss Barrow? Mustafa, you're sending a direct chat message to your teacher on Teams. So it would be to Miss Strickland. Send her a direct message.
This quiz I texted
Oh, you did?
you.
Okay. Okay.
Team 2.
Yeah. All right.
And they've got the right answer.
Okay. Team 5 and 6 are good. I forgot we were using text message. I got it. Oh, it's looking good, guys. Crazy. Okay. All right. Just waiting on team 3 and 4.
Yes, they both receive credit. They got it.
Okay. Here we go with the winners. So let's see. Team 6, you guys would be in 5th place with 200 points. You wagered all of it and you won. So you got 200 points. Team 4 wagered all 150 points and they won. So they got 350 points. You guys would be in 4th place. And in 3rd place, we have Team 2. You wagered all of it and you ended up with 700 points. So it's between Team 3 and Team 5. It's Miss Kindred versus Miss Strickland. Here we go. With 2,700 points, Team 5, you are in 2nd place. Team 3, you won it with 4,750 points. So good job, guys. That's awesome. Team 3, you are the ultimate victors. You can have bragging rights until the next time. So good job, guys. All right, let me show you the answers just in case you want it for your study guide. Zimmerman telegram. This is when Germany tries to talk Mexico into fighting the United States, and the U.S. finds out about it, and they're not too happy. Also, the sinking in the Lusitania is another reason because the United States is not happy that the Germans went after a passenger ship. Wilson wants to make the world safe for democracy and freedom of the seas. Those are some of the answers that you could have given. All right, guys, make sure that you study. Leah says it's rigged. Yeah, recount. Wouldn't be the first time we've heard that word this year, right? Study. Your test is on Friday. Make some flashcards, a Quizlet, any kind of review game that you want, but make sure that you're studying for this. Thank you so much for joining. Before you hop off of here, make sure and smash that thumbs up, and I will see you guys later. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.